It starts with a wizard. He's old and he's wise, and though he is small, there is strength in his size. The Goliath from the west, he's not smart, but he's strong. The Flagon Slayers, this is their song. Now the warlock, he's lost all the memories he had, 'cause to deal with a demon went seemingly bad. And the druid on his quest to save the shadow plane. When you hear tortured souls, you'll remember his name. They're the Flagon Slayers, and this is their song. They're the Flagon Slayers, the adventure goes on. The cleric, she heals in the light of the moon. She wants to find purpose, it'll come someday soon. Then the rogue draws his sword, metals clashing again. When it comes to a duel, he will always win. They're the Flagon Slayers, they drink and they fight. They're the Flagon Slayers, by day or by night. They're the Flagon Slayers, and this is their song. They're the Flagon Slayers, the adventure goes on.
Hi! Welcome to the Flagon Slayers. We've been gone for a little while, but we're back now. So, in case you missed a long time ago, I had to be reminded of this, so I don't expect any of you to remember. The party, after saving Mathis from attempted assassination, went into a secret hideaway where they discovered strange goings on, along with 2 keys that were constructed from jewels. Vaguely remembering this stuff. And then the party got these 2 keys after some of them almost died, putting the twins into almost a coma-like state. But the party reconvened back at the guild hall and set out to do their next plan. Where they soon, I believe Zygon spotted 2 familiar-looking shadowy figures, and the reason they're familiar is because they look like Zygon, heading towards the ivory tower. As the party was roused, they ran to the tower and heard a woman's screams echo out through the night. And that'll be where we begin tonight's session. So, you guys are outside the ivory tower. It is around, I would say probably 9 or 10 at night. The door has been just burst open. You see it kind of hanging off the hinges, but you can't quite see anything on the inside. What do you do?
Go in.
Well,
Do we sneak in? What do we
it would
do?
appear that the door has been blasted open.
Isn't this the place where Anzu's wife is?
Yes, this is where Linares has been staying.
Okay, I remember we were all rushing here, but we're in a weird mindset because we haven't played in 2 weeks, so it's like,
Yes.
it's weird starting
back. There's a slight brain fog, I understand.
Well, it's weird also starting back in a place of like extreme, I don't know the word right now, but
intensity?
Yeah, when you are just starting an episode up, so... Hold on.
Now, get jazzed up.
We gotta get in there! Get inside! Alright.
Okay. So what are you guys doing?
Realistically, I'm gonna try to sneak.
Okay.
I was gonna say I might. I don't know. Do you guys think I should go invisible? Maybe go in first, analyze the situation.
Can I ask everyone, why are we here? What are we doing here?
Oh god, Anzu's got
There
dementia.
are multiple Zygons ran into this building, this ivory tower.
Anzu,
And now we're here.
Anzu, let me remind you. I know you're getting dementia and you're with your glaucoma, and it's all going all over the place.
Yes.
So we were all asleep. Zygon woke us up, said that
Yes.
he saw multiple Zygons running across the rooftops. We chased them. Now we are at the tower where your wife is staying. We just heard a scream, possibly your wife, in the tower where the multiple Zygons just went in after they had already attempted to kill Mathis.
Daenerys isn't here.
Yes.
I came in here earlier to bang her, and she's not here.
I'm gonna go invisible so that I think Zygon's idea there is good.
Okay.
Actually,
Do I have a character sheet? What's going
did
on?
whenever I saw the other Zygons, did they, like, how similar to me did they look?
Younger. A little bit, a little bit more muscular, not as gaunt or as world weary.
I would like to, I would instead like to disguise self as a younger, less gaunt version of Zygon.
So you guys see a little bit more color comes to Zygon's face. You see the sunken-in cheeks and eyes get a little bit more plump. You see him, his musculature, while not like buff, but definitely a little bit more there. There's more meat on the bone now.
Zygon, did you see what they were wearing?
Less of a
Are you wearing
machinist.
something similar to what they were wearing?
I'm guessing I am.
Make a perception check.
First roll of the night.
Here we go.
Be good. I add guidance to you before you tell us the
Natural
numbers.
20.
Never mind.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. Yeah, you can remember. They were wearing like these
I
long,
never forget a face.
these
or
long like
clothes.
black cloaks that were able to with like these scars that they were wearing that could cover part of their face. But yeah, you replicate it almost perfectly.
I would like to alter self and copy that exact look as well.
Okay, so now there are two of the other Zygons that are also.
I would
in
also
there.
like to do that.
Do you have alter self?
Or disguise self.
Well, you can like to do it all you want, but unfortunately, you do not have the ability to do so. Okay, what are you guys doing? You now have two like younger looking Zygons standing in the courtyard.
I say Animus and I go in first, check it out, and if we need help, we'll yell for you.
Yeah, I say we just run in, become part of the chaos, and then just like
Exactly.
mix in with the other Zygons.
Okay.
Is this gonna be like the Spider-Man meme?
Hold on. We need to have a hand signal in case like in case Thea and Anzu come in and they don't know which one's which. What's our hand signal gonna be? We're gonna do one of these.
Finger guns?
Oh, just flip me off and we'll be fine.
I'll twist my belt not once, not twice, but thrice.
I will give you the double bird, and then I will pick my nose, and then give you the double bird with the picked nose.
So as you guys are devising a handshake or something to signal, you guys hear glass shatter
All right, we gotta go.
at the top of the tower as
Yeah,
a
we gotta
large
go.
explosion goes out, and you see a figure land in front of you, just kind of squirt out in all directions.
Was it a
one of-
Zygon?
It is a Zygon. It's a weird feeling for you, Zygon, seeing your dead body there. But as you guys kind of examine it, it just kind of fades into like black smoke.
Oh shit! It's one of the smoke creatures.
Gross.
They've been able to develop these really well. All right, let's go.
Yep.
I would like
let's
to
go.
cast Ass Wall. Whoa!
Why are we passing the wall?
On what?
The door's open.
Well, the door's locked, right?
No, the door is blown wide open.
Blowing way
It's
open.
Oh,
quite,
okay, well,
it's
I'm
quite the
walking in there. What
contrary,
the fuck?
Anzu.
You even said that, Anzu.
Yeah, I did.
I think Hunter's getting dementia. What the heck is
It's
going
his
on?
dementia's
His
acting up.
character's dementia is bleeding into him.
His glaucoma's acting up. He
Much
can't
dementia
see.
door.
Oh, jeez.
He thinks that there's a
All right.
wall there where the door is.
Did you just say Dementia Door?
No.
I did.
That's a good joke. That's a good one. So, as the two Zygons run into the building, you guys see tables and chairs that have been kind of shattered. You see there's sword marks across the wall. This place has been tossed. It looks like they're looking for something.
Do we see the other Zygon?
No, you do not.
Do we see stairs to go upstairs?
Yeah, you do see a staircase that goes up.
Oh, I thought we were up.
I guess we'd naturally go check that out.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, who's going first?
I will.
Okay. So as you guys are running up the stairs, Zygon, your foot hits one of the stairs, and you hear it shift underneath you. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, terrific. Oof. It's a 9.
A 9. So as you're running, you hear this shift, and then the staircase in front of you opens, and you can't catch yourself in time, and you actually fall into this pit. And Animus, you see the stairs close magically back.
Well, fuck. Anzu, Thea, he fell through the floor. I'm gonna keep going.
So
Well, I didn't.
I would like
signal.
to.
Pass floor. Do you think I have a spell that casts pass floor? Or is it my fault?
Jacob, I'd like to make sure I'm watching out for any more
Traps?
of those. Yeah.
okay. So go ahead and roll a investigation check. Zygon,
I'm adding
as you're
guidance.
falling, you
Hold on. Before
eventually
this,
go ahead.
can I cast pass wall on the floor?
Yeah, you technically could. You could also, if you want to save a spell slot, this is your DM being nice. If you want to save a spell slot, you could literally step on the same place that Zygon stepped on, and it would open it up again.
19.
19.
All right. Yeah, sure. I'll cast fly on. Hold on. Let me think about this real quick.
All right. So as Anzu is trying to get the trap door open, Zygon, you eventually, boom, you hit your back onto something bouncy.
Okay.
And you just kind of like you're on a waterbed.
Oh no. Oh, that's not good.
What is it?
It's
What is it?
So as you're like kind of wondering, you feel yourself begin to sink
Yeah,
into
not
this
good.
some sort of gel.
No.
Oh boy. Can I use does anybody have a stone in the group that's with us?
I do.
I would like to teleport to Anzu.
All right, so as you begin to sink in, you feel the jelly begin to wrap around you. As you kind of look around for a second, you see skulls and like half acidified or half melted. I couldn't remember melt. Half melted swords that are just kind of sitting in this jelly mold-looking thing, and then you eventually. And you teleport back just as Anzu finds the right step and opens the trap door, and all three
And
of
I
you
fall back in.
what? Just again. All three of you see at the bottom of a small pit is probably like I would say like a 16 by 9 cube of jelly, and this is a gelatinous cube. And as the door opens and you guys are looking at this, you see the cube begins to kind of like raise up out of the pit. Trying
Step
to
off
anyway.
the thing. Step off the thing.
I'm going to step off the thing, and I'm going to look at Zygon and say, prove to me that you're the real Zygon.
I'll tap my belt buckle thrice.
He has done it
Good
thrice.
job.
So as the
Not
door
twice.
closes, you see a small bit of jelly reach out and it gets, and then you see it kind of wither in place as it eventually goes into a puddle. So,
Excellent. And now I would like to try and catch up with Animus if I could.
all right, so you're Animus. As you get towards the top of the stairwell, you see, because you rolled so high on checking for traps, you see a small glyph, and right in front of you, and you stop really quick.
Dispel magic.
Okay, so you dispel magic. You see the glyph flashes, and then it dissipates.
Yeah, I think I'm moving too quickly to like investigate anything. I'm just going for it at this point. Though seeing a Zygon fly out of a window and dissipate means that someone's doing a pretty good job on their own. So I mean,
I need you to, as you're reaching the crest of the stairs, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
okay. I hate stopping writing notes when I'm in the middle of writing notes. All right. Want to add? Can I add guidance? Would I have time to add guidance to myself?
Is guidance a reaction?
It's not now. It just
Then
kind of
no.
depends on what it is I'm about to do. And
I
don't know
I
what
would
it is.
say no, you do not have time because this is a reaction.
Okay. Natural 19. What was it?
A dexterity save.
Dexterity 22.
All right. You barely succeeded.
My first 2 rolls are very good.
Okay. So, you take 8d6 lightning damage halved.
What happened to succeeding?
You did succeed. On a succeed, you get half damage. Okay, that's 10, it's 14, 16, 20, 2 more. 26 halved, 13 points of lightning damage.
Oh, I love that. Did we have a long rest? Did that happen?
You had... I vaguely remember you guys having a long rest prior to going to see Mathis. Yes.
But then
yeah, you guys had a...
Yeah, but then I also got exploded.
Not since then have you had a long rest.
Okay. We were asleep to try to, but I did not.
Yeah, and then
13.
yeah, you guys were aroused by Zygon. You see this massive lightning bolt get shot out from somewhere in the room as one of the shadow Zygons gets absolutely destroyed. You see his entire top half get blown off, and it's all that's left is the legs.
Jacob.
Yes.
I looked at my sheet. I have 1 point of exhaustion, which means I have disadvantage on ability checks. Just do you want me to re-roll anything, or do you want me to just move it?
No, we're fine.
Okay.
No,
as we go, I will.
I also have a point of exhaustion.
I totally forgot
that is
about it
true.
until I just saw it written down.
Okay. No, it's fine. It's been a long time, guys. It's perfectly fine. You see just these legs kind of stumble and then eventually collapse to the floor and begin to dissipate. And Animus, you see a few scrapes across her face and arms. You see blood kind of trailing down into her clothes. You see Linares just hand out with lightning still crackling through her fingers.
At me?
She looks at you. Yeah, you think what you look like
Yeah,
right
no,
now.
no, I know. I just want to make sure it was me and not the other. If there was another one in there, is there another one in there?
No, not that you can
I
see.
drop it.
There
I
were just
drop
the
it.
two. One
Drop
went
it
out the window.
immediately?
I dropped. I'll just as soon as I get zapped, I'm just like, ah! And there's wait, it's me, Father, help, Father, please.
Quickly, flip him off,
She doesn't know the signal.
Father, please.
Oh,
He's flipping him off and picking your nose.
I'm doing everything I
Oh.
can.
so as Linares is kind of looking a little... How do I know that you are Animus and not just another trick?
Because I know how annoying Anzu is.
Everyone knows that, dude.
Shit. Because I know how you're back. I know how you came back. We brought you back through going to your grave with a very expensive item and bringing you back to life. And then we were in the Feywild, and we met you in the Feywild, and you were drawing all that stuff on the wall. And then I helped you with the wall. Lightning hurts.
You see she kind of gets less defensive. You really need to work on your entrances.
Well, I didn't expect for me to come up here and you were just already done with the fight. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I know you're that powerful, but I thought you were asleep and they caught you off guard or something.
Oh, they did. I'm just that good.
Yeah. Yeah. That's fair.
Oh, I love it.
So is everyone else here?
Yes, they should be right behind me, but there were a couple traps on the way, so they might take another second.
Yes, the Ivory Tower has seen its fair share of battles, so the stewards of it like to put out traps.
Okay, yeah. I heard Zygon, I watched Zygon fall into a mysterious pit of goo, and then I just kept running.
Oh.
He's probably fine.
Well, he was a good man. I hope that his soul finds peace.
I think Anzu's got him. It's okay.
Oh! Oh, yes. That's... Yes. Anyway, well, thanks for coming. I believe we have issues here. Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't, those two shadowy gentlemen look like Zygon?
Yes, they did.
We'll say the rest of the group has made it up to the top of the tower at this point.
Don't worry,
Alright.
everybody, I'm fine.
She sees Zygon and immediately gets back into a defensive stance.
Oh, you hold on. You prove that you're not Zygon, and you prove that you're my wife. Because last time when I came here, you weren't here for good old banging.
Wait, me?
Jesus
I'm not Zygon anymore.
No, you're not my wife. She is pretending to be my wife. I don't want to bang you. You pretend that you're not Zygon because the real Zygon's right here.
Yes.
Right? He did the thing where he tapped his nuts
Yep.
3 times.
Yep.
Not twice, but thrice.
Yes.
And then you
I got you.
need to prove that you are my wife. Yep. Okay, that's him.
Not the fake animus. If there is one. Probably is one.
Anzu, how do I know that you're my real husband?
I mean, look at him.
There's only one way to tell. They
Well, I
have to
asked
bang.
first, didn't I?
They have to
Well,
bang.
hold on, what?
They have to
Not
bang. She can only
Linares
tell through
walks
banging.
over to you, Anzu, and she grabs you. And she looks at you, and the two of you just share eye contact, and then she smacks you in the face, and then puts you back down.
Okay, yes, that's my wife.
Alright, I'll drop my disguise self.
It's not the same as Animus that changes in height and species. It's more of like it goes from Zygon to like Zygon who hasn't slept in a few days. It's not much of a difference. Well, odd things are happening indeed. Do any of you know why they would have come after me?
Why? No. But we know where they came from. We just went all. We'll
I
all
personally
just-
think it's because you're so strong, honey. Look at you. You wipe the floor with them.
Oh, well, it was just 2 Zygons, Anzu. I can handle at least 3.
Oh shit.
Oh, it could be that you're my wife and they're trying to find a way to get to me. Oh, good try.
They did go after Mathis already. Almost killed him.
Yes, I have received word. That's one reason why I was so prepared for them. Perhaps
Did
we should
the
go
Zygons-
somewhere more safe.
Safe sounds good.
Yeah, okay.
Back to the guild hall. Back to the meeting room.
Yeah. So you guys, we'll yada yada, getting back. So you guys are back in the guild hall. Zygon, it appeared like you had a question, and then I rudely cut you off.
Oh, that's quite all right. I was curious if the doppel Zygons, how did they attack? Did they have any abilities?
Mostly with swords. They used very minimal magic. But
Interesting.
yes, mostly with swords, as you can
Did they use any
tell.
like of his style of magic, or is it more like something else?
Generic sorcery.
How's magic evil?
Well, no, like it's more. have they figured out how to create doubles of us with our exact abilities, or did they create doubles of us and they kind of just have to fit them with swords and basic magic?
No, they were just using rudimentary spells.
Okay, that's probably a plus.
That's a good thing.
In a long line of
No,
not great
Anzu's
things-
avatar.
in a long line of not great outcomings from what we found, that is a slight plus, is that they're not complete copies of us yet.
It is troubling, though, that they could have such realistic duplicates.
Yeah, they've been apparently working on that for longer than I've been alive. I mean, what was it, like 100 years, Jacob?
Roughly, yeah.
50 to 100, yeah.
Yeah.
Somewhere around like maybe 100 years back is when the research went to, and even some of our friends from Whitestone were working on some of the research before they were able to quit. But
Mathis informed me that you had these research notes and these journal entries.
yes,
May I see them?
she's definitely the real Linares,
Get
right?
into it.
Anzu has a mole on his left butt cheek in the shape of a papaya.
He has. I've seen that when we're
It's
bathing
true.
in the
I also have the guild
I thought
brand
it
on
looked
my
cancerous.
asshole.
he
It
does.
is true.
I've seen both of those when we were bathing in the river on long adventures.
May I see
How
those
about-
notes?
Yes, I get out my book.
What exactly are you showing her?
Man, I'm gonna go with. Can I get an inside check here? This just seems a little
And
weird.
roll an insight
This
check.
seems a little weird.
Roll an insight check.
I'm gonna guidance myself for this one.
Okay.
Unless, can she see me guidance myself? Is that a thing?
It's very nebulous.
Okay.
I will say for the sake of this, no, she does not notice.
I have a spell that can, or I have my sorcery point, so I could make it unknown, but plus 6, 20, 21. What did I have?
21.
21.
It's either 20 or 21. I forgot if I rolled a 12 or 13 on my first roll.
It's fine. She seems very determined right now. Like she's like still riding the adrenaline
Okay.
a little bit. Nothing seems particularly like hostile or shady though.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull out my. So I've got my. For. Just because this is what I've been doing, I've got like my field research, which is like notes I take quickly, and then I have like the big copy of like very descript research, which is what me and that one girl worked on, back or like a few hours ago, I guess.
Yeah.
I want to just bring up my field notes, and then, just so like I'm not giving her like the most descript versions.
Alright.
Linares, do you need a drink or something real quick? We're pretty safe here. We just I think we all need to cool off and chill for a sec.
I'm okay. I'm going to look at these notes.
Yeah, of course. It pretty
I'm
much.
not detecting any sort of fiend or undead celestial energy coming off her. Or anything, right?
No, nothing that you can. There is like a. Because of her being resurrected, there is like a very, very faint, like necromantic thing, but it's not like her. It's more of like
Okay.
her essence is a little clouded.
It's just a little sus since we saw what happened with their son, which is what I'm thinking of right now. So that's why my field notes are, because I fill in all the description stuff later. They're very bullet point, like shadow monsters and bats went down, like fought demi-liches, found control area, that kind of stuff.
Do you have a location of where these are? These stats?
Yeah, they were in Marquette somewhere on the continent of Marquette, just outside, I think, like northeast of one of the cities. I could probably find it on a map. But side note, I know exactly where it is. I have it on a map already. Still,
Yeah.
I just want to keep this from her a little bit.
I could possibly lead a team to investigate this. Because if we were able to eliminate their means of producing these creatures, we could perhaps save time and energy elsewhere.
True. Well, the slight issue is that when we were escaping the dungeon after we fought the Demi-Liches, Marqueus was already there. So I don't know if it's worth even trying to go back to that location at this point.
Well,
they've been making these creatures for a long, long time, and time-wise, it looked like they could pop them out within a week or two. So realistically, I mean, they probably already have a full army, and if they wanted to shut down that location, they probably would have already. And if they don't, it's heavily guarded again, so...
We could bury it, but I'm sure they probably have transportation out of it. It's not physical.
It is technically buried already, to be fair.
I will consult with the Cobalt Reserve and see what they think we should do next. We don't have much time. Alright. I must go then. Anzu, I'm so sorry I have to leave again, but perhaps we could do a few of those things that you like to do when I get back.
Can we have brunch? You know, maybe on a Tuesday, not even a weekend.
Can I finish my
Oh, we can have brunch every day.
Every day.
Okay.
She leans down and hugs you. She kisses you on the cheek. Alright.
No.
Be safe, everyone, and be cautious. With the Doppelzygons approached me,
Coins.
one of them attempted to convince me he was the real article, so be mindful. And you see she waves her hand. You see this portal opens up in front of her, and she walks through. She's gone.
I think we should go back to the Ivory Tower.
What? You want to go back? We just came from there.
Yes, but do you remember how... There's two things that are throwing me off right now, and I could just be completely wrong, but I'd rather be safe at this point. Number one, what happened to your son, Richter? He didn't seem like anything had happened to him. It just seemed like something got to him to the point where he changed and started making those decisions. That could have just as easily happened to Linares. And I know she's strong and everything, but we don't know how much stronger these interdimensional travelers from a completely different existence can do. Secondly, she did just say at the very end of that conversation, he tried to convince me that he was the real Zygon. Well, why would she not be able to also convince us that that's the real Linares? I don't know Linares very well. I know you do. I'm just saying we go back, look around, see if maybe there's more to it than we thought.
Oh, good.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, you're the god lady, right? Did you sense anything weird? You were there when we resurrected her.
Abby.
Can you hear us?
Is she dead?
Oh, sorry. I was just not paying attention.
No worries.
Did you say something to me?
Did you think it was the real one?
Oh, I don't know. Can I insight check?
Yeah,
What
we'll,
I
yeah,
remember?
we'll say yeah. Yeah, we'll allow. I'll allow it.
a retroactive insight check.
A retroactive vibes check.
You can totally retroactively vibe check after the vibes have left the room.
Oh yeah, you do that all the time.
Easy stuff.
Gotta check them vibes.
Probably more efficient than a
Three.
regular insight check. So
Okay. She seemed a little Linares sometimes has this tendency to be thinking of like 6 different things at once, and it causes her to seem a little bit more scattered. But from what you can tell, it seemed like the real deal. Yeah, I mean, she didn't seem. She was off in the sense that like she had just survived being attacked and got a lot of information, but other than that, she seems fine.
Okay. Yes, I do think it's the real.
Yes, I do. That's the Thea stamp of approval, everybody.
Sorry, Birdie is just getting on my last nerve.
I trust.
And I think
It's
she's kind
okay.
of occupied, so
It's okay. He's
she found a
burrito.
first stick downstairs.
A stick.
Bowl?
I love a good stick.
Bowl. Well, I trust you guys more than myself, obviously, on this one. So, if you don't think we need to go back there and look around, we can leave it.
I want to go. I think it's worth checking out. We did rush through it.
That's true. We
Maybe
could.
they dropped something. Maybe there's a lead. You never know. Maybe they
Yeah.
took something. Maybe something's missing.
I think if she's there, we just say, "Oh, we came back to kind of investigate what we're working with here."
We're doing detective work now.
How early in the morning is it? Like 4 a.m.?
It is getting back from the cloud top. I would say it's around midnight.
Oh my gourd. Do we want to go tonight or tomorrow morning?
You
Probably
want
tonight.
to drag an old man up there.
You don't have to go.
Cold dark.
I never asked you to go.
You cruel bastard.
I never said you had to go.
Think of his arthritis.
Do you know how much my joints hurt?
You still don't have to go. Oh, we took Peggy.
You did.
Well, we'll just say Peggy came back with us.
Oh yeah.
I think it's
assumed.
ridiculous. We named them Peggy.
Yeah.
I love how Hunter breaks character for that. Nothing else. He's just like stupid
Weren't
name.
you part of that name? Weren't you? Didn't you name him?
Yeah,
It
it
was
was
his
me.
idea.
I mean,
Yeah.
well,
gonna
I
say-
said, oh, we should name it Peggy. And everyone was like, oh, yeah, we should name it Peggy.
No.
Hey, future Hunter can be mad at past Hunter if Hunter wants.
We took like 3 episodes and finally we're just like, all right, we'll call him Peggy.
Yeah. So, is it just are just the 2 of you going?
Can I greater restoration myself so I get rid of my exhaustion?
Sure, if you would like. You could also do the same to Zygon.
Yeah. Can I? I can't do both at once, can I? That has
No,
to-
you'd have to use 2 spells.
Oh, and I've already used one of my 5th level spells. I'm gonna use a 5th and a 6th level spell.
Ooh. All right. So, Zygon, you no longer have a point of exhaustion.
Yay.
Yay!
I'm gonna also heal myself. Cure wounds
Okay.
at level 1. Man, I actually have a lot less spells after that fight.
All right.
Wait, when did we get in a fight? Oh no, I just have a lot less spells right now, and I don't know why, but I do. So
But you do. You haven't had a long rest in a little while.
yeah. Plus my spell modifier. 11. Alright. Keep. That's fine, I guess.
All right. So is it just Zygon and Animus that are going to investigate the Ivory Tower?
Shouldn't I be watching the children?
You could be watching the children if you wish. They
Why
are
have you
in the
children?
very safe and capable hands of the kobolds, though, overseen by Soph. But they're in the very capable claws.
Yeah, we left them with the kobolds. Don't you remember that?
Well, I probably just need to check on the happenings of the guild in general.
All right, Anzu, you want to like go to your office and review the books and everything?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe check in on the dead lady.
Check in on the dead lady. The dead,
The
not
dead,
dead.
not dead
Yeah.
lady.
Yeah, the mostly dead lady.
She's mostly
Hasn't
dead.
eaten in months.
Yeah. All
Doesn't
right.
need to.
So, we'll do Anzu first. So Anzu, as you go into your office, you also, before you guys leave the meeting room, you check the mostly dead lady. Still mostly dead. You do notice that her body isn't really decaying, or it doesn't have an odor to it. It looks as though she's asleep, which is kind of interesting. But anyway, you go through and you eventually make it to your office. You see a small stack of paperwork. You see a few letters from. There's a few different like farmers who are upset because there's a giant bird kidnapping cows, or there's a few different requests. Like there's this one from a guy named TP Leroy, who is wanting you to escort him through a dungeon, and the note is very much like, if we find the treasure that's buried inside this ancient ruin, I am going to share it with you, and then we'll be legends, and then that'll make your guild hall even better. It seems a little bit like a scam.
All you have to do is send me your bank information today.
Exactly. All I need is your social security number. The paperwork is mainly like bills, like buying, restocking the food and drink, things of that nature. Roll a investigation check for me.
22.
22. As you're reviewing these books, you notice a strange irregularity. Every 2 weeks, there appears to be a influx of money leaving the guild hall and going somewhere else. And it doesn't say where, it just says that it's being withdrawn.
Soph has been the one doing the bookkeeping, right?
Soph and Garnash are both kind of in charge of the books, but it's mainly Soph, yeah.
I'm gonna call those fuckers in here right now.
It is midnight, both of them are off.
I'm gonna cast a sending to those fuckers right now.
Okay.
Maybe you should talk to the real owner of the guild hall, which is not currently you.
I'll fucking kill you.
Is it still Rupert or is it Thea now? I forget.
So are they like out on a mission, or are they just in like their beds?
You do not see that they are out on a mission. It doesn't appear that they're out questing right now.
So they're in their bed?
Garnash is staying at the farm now, and you do not see Soph
at all.
No.
Okay.
You check a few of the
I'm gonna cast a sending to Soph. Ding ding ding. Hello, Soph. Just checking in, brother. It appears that money goes missing every 2 weeks. Do you know anything about that?
Okay. A few moments pass. I do not know why this is an issue. We had established that we needed to clean some things, and this is how we are cleaning.
Is it laundering? Is that what we're doing? We're laundering money?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
If you remember, you guys stole a bunch of money, and you were keeping it at the farm. Yeah, you guys stole a bunch of money, and you were keeping it at the farm, and you told Garnash and Soph to deal with it, and so they've been running a cleaning business.
Oh my god.
So wait, what wouldn't that mean though? That money is going into the guild
No,
because you would be laundering it as money coming in, right?
so you're wanting to
Like a
liquidate
legitimate
it.
business.
You're wanting to liquidate it elsewhere. So essentially, what they have been doing is they have been taking money from the guild hall and then circulating it into the other businesses, such as the alchemical shop that you guys are in the process of building, or the farm, or the druid things that Animus has been requesting, and things of that nature. So you guys are kind of spreading the money.
I'm not request. What?
Isn't it something ridiculous like 500,000 gold or
It's a
something
lot
stupid
of-
like
Oh,
that?
we have so
it's-
much money. Don't
it's a
worry, I
lot
can
of
spend
money.
it all right now.
It's a
Like
lot of
more
money.
than we know what to do with it, right?
Yeah,
Like
you-
literally.
You are the 1%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, don't call us that.
So this
Look,
is my
wow.
idea, guys. I just want to run this through everybody. Look, these big ass politicians are always donating to people just in case they get caught.
Oh,
I would
no.
like to propose that we just take a small sum of 10,000 gold and donate it around, the city. That way, if we get caught, we go, oh, yeah, we did get caught. It would be a shame if that funding went away, huh? And then kind of wink at them.
I'm just imagining you in your office with like some stuffed animals set up because we're not there. we're at the ivory tower right now.
I imagine Anzu is changing into his Godfather cosplay, and he's got like a giant diamond ring on.
Okay. Why the fuck am I asking with my... Okay, I'm just going to leave a note saying, look, take 10,000 and distribute it, like, around the city, donate it to whoever you need to donate to like, get chummy with everyone.
Okay.
You know what we
Okay.
could also do? We could dress up as Robin Hood and then grab the gold and pretend like we're taking the gold from the rich and then run down and like just start throwing it to the poor. But we do it in costumes so it doesn't look like we're the Flagon Slayers, but really people, like the people who know, they know,
So you would steal from yourselves?
No,
and
no,
then
we're not rich,
distribute-
Jacob, no.
But
You guys are literally like multi-millionaires.
Jacob, no one knows that. We're just a bunch of adventurers who give back.
I'm going to send Rex and... who's Sophie's friend again? God, we met him first. The bard.
Turk? Is he back?
Turk.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
back.
Turk, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
because he
let's
was
send
performing.
Rex and Turk to the big ass bird that's terrorizing cows.
Okay.
Oh, the
And
Rock.
as far as Dungeon Guy, I'm gonna have fun with Dungeon Guy when I'm level 20. So I'm gonna just keep that in my pocket.
Okay. Gonna back pocket that. Okay, good to know. So now we'll switch over to Thea. So, Thea, as you enter the room, you see what is a small kobold with a big poofy dress on, with a wig on top, looking very much like Mrs. Doubtfire.
Oh no.
Just kind of tending to the children, running back and forth, checking. Literally, that's all that she's doing. She's just going back and forth, no change. Literally, just go.
It's really effective. I'll look at the kobold and be like, "You've been relieved."
And then immediately rips the wig off, starts shredding the clothes, just walks out.
There's like a path worn out between the two.
Yeah,
beds.
there's a slight rut in the floor. The twins, they don't seem to have changed much. And as the kobold leaves and you you sit down in between the two of them. You see Meryl opens one eye. Is she gone? Okay, that was really weird and scary. No one told her to put the wig on either. She just kind of did that. I think she read a book or saw pictures in a book. I don't know if they can read.
They definitely can't read.
Okay, because it was odd.
Oh my god, Bertie. They're all pretty hot.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Meryl sits up.
That's
You see. Make a medicine check.
okay. Bertie, leave me alone.
First, no.
I've taken her out like 3 times since I got home from work, and she like will not fucking poop. Like I don't know what her deal is. And then she whines at me. I'm like, I've given you every opportunity.
Should have pooped.
Go
Birdie
away.
just needs one more shot, one more opportunity.
Medicine, I believe it's a 19.
19. Meryl's eyes, since the accident, have been very starry. Almost like the night sky. And you see that that's kind of cloudy right now. Like there's like,
Oh my god, she's
Yeah,
like a human
That's
mood
a
ring.
glaucoma.
like it's still starry, but it's like kind of you know how when people are sick they kind of like their eyes look a little like sick, for lack of a better term.
Yeah.
I don't know how to describe it, like glassy. Yeah, I don't know. But it's kind of that, and you reach out and you touch her head, and she has a pretty high fever.
Oh.
You then check on Targaryen Jr. or TJ, and he has a very high fever, and he is not conscious yet. You get the feeling that the reason Meryl is even able to be conscious right now is because of her connection to the Moonweaver and her latent magical abilities.
Okay. Also, side note, I would just like to say I knew a girl in high school. One time she looked at me when we were outside at night and she said, "Oh my god, Abby, do clouds come out at night?" And I think about that a lot. But
Philosopher of our generation.
I was like, we were like juniors in high school.
Was she high?
She didn't know that clouds came out at night.
But does
And I
the
was like,
sun
I don't just
come
go
out?
away.
Technically, the sun does come out at night because it is night when the sun comes out, and then it becomes day.
These are the questions we need to be asking, Jacob.
That's a philosophizer for you.
I just been philosophized.
Birdie. She's kidding.
No,
But you shut the fuck up.
you don't get to say that, Caleb. You
I
don't
was
get the
joking.
right.
No, it's my
You don't
bad.
have the right.
No,
You
my
don't
bad.
have the right.
I'm out. I'm done. It's my fault.
Get out of here.
I'll take my leave.
Can I try to cast Lesser Restoration on Targaryen?
Yeah, sure. So you touch his head, and you feel as the spell goes through him, you feel the fever kind of reduce. He seems in less distress now.
Okay. I'm gonna do
But
the same to
He's still
Meryl.
asleep. Okay, yeah, you do the same to Meryl. And Meryl, she kind of has a natural affinity for divine magics. And you feel her fever lessen substantially to the point where it might be gone. You see her eyes kind of become less cloudy. She says, I think I feel better. That was a lot.
40. When did that start happening?
When did what start happening? What are you?
When did they get sick?
So when you guys got the 2 keys, there was a massive explosion, and they both got hit by this massive explosion, and you literally saw like 2 like versions of them like rip apart and then slam back together.
It didn't feel good.
No, and it also happened to Animus.
It wasn't a fun experience.
The fact that Animus is such a high level druid is the reason why he wasn't so heavily affected.
Ah, okay.
That's because he's Dilt Bifrant.
It's so long. I'm like, I don't even.
Yeah.
Okay. Just in terms of game mechanics, is like Targarus at like very low hit? Is he like at no hit?
His HP is not low. It's more that he is stricken with some. It behaves more like a disease. So it's more like he has like a lot of points of exhaustion.
Uh,
Well, I think I'm gonna let him like sleep it off and just keep checking.
Yeah.
There's
Okay. Do you want to stay in their room with them?
Yeah, and I'm just gonna keep.
Actually,
reading.
wait. It's your room. Yeah.
Yeah, it's my room.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna keep reading my manual of quickness of action.
Okay.
Got lots of hours to bust through. I'm just gonna get as many as I can. And
Okay. Meryl lays back down. She kind of looks up at the ceiling. Thea? Is everything gonna be okay?
Yeah.
I'm kind of scared.
It's okay to be scared, but I mean, we'll figure it out.
Okay. She rolls over to look out the window. She gets quiet. But eventually you hear her kind of lull into that elf sleep, sort of. I think they totally need to redesign elves. Anyway, the elf slumber,
it's
I
like
guess,
sleeping with
sort
your
of thing.
eyes open.
Yeah, you're not supposed to do that. Tolkien did a lot for elves, but he also messed them up because now they're so intrinsically tied to Fey culture. Anyway, that's a discussion I could do at a different time.
I think Anzu and Linares sleeping together is really weird because she just like sits there and stares at him.
She goes more into like a stasis than she does like a sleep. It's like a meditation more than it is sleeping.
You get up and you start like tiptoeing out of the room to grab like a glass of milk. So where are you going, honey? Huh?
Yeah.
Always there, just always watching.
Eventually, Thea, you read some more of your book, and then eventually take a small the amount of time you need to rest.
How many hours of reading do I get in?
Let's see. It's midnight. You need to sleep. You need to meditate for like 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, what time are you wanting to get up? Around like 9?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
fine.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 hours. Jesus smash.
She is really upset right now. And I'm like, I don't know what she. Get out of my car. Yeah.
Okay, so as Thea reads her book, watching over the twins, we will now go over to Batman and Robin here,
Here we go.
investigating the Ivory Tower.
Gee willikers, Batman! It appears
I
someone's
like how you
broken this
immediately
window.
defaulted to Robin.
I'm
I was
also
gonna say something.
I'm the first mate. I was about to say something too, and I was like, wait a second, I'm the first mate. I have to be Robin. Like I can't even argue.
You had
with
your
someone.
chance.
Yeah, I
And
can't
he's a
argue.
bird, right?
Yeah, and I'm a bird.
Come on, Daisy. Come on. Come on.
Animus is a power bottom.
All right, so what are you guys doing?
Going to the Ivory Tower.
Okay, you see a few guards have started to kind of rope this place off and kind of bar it from the public.
Do you think they'll just let us in,
My God, we
Zagon?
used our magic earlier. Might.
You are the Flagon Slayers.
Yeah,
All
just
right,
throw that
Let
name
me
around.
try. Let me try. Zygon's gonna march right up there.
Oh, just say that
Try and
we're
enter.
just tell them we're with Mathis and Linares, and that we're coming back to help her out with some stuff. They might tell her, though. Just tell them what it was Mathis. I walk up too.
Okay.
Yeah, walk up and approach.
Okay. You see, a few of the guards are being directed by what looks like an older member of the guards of the city. Long mustache, shaved, bald head. You see a few like nicks and kind of scars across his face. Looks to be like he's a human, probably in his mid-50s. And you see he's reviewing some initial reports.
I'm just gonna try and walk in like I own the place, like I belong, like nothing's wrong.
Yeah, just give him a little. Give him a little one of these as we walk by. This evening.
That's right.
And where do you think you two are headed?
Oh, us, we're heading into the Ivory Tower. Mathis's orders were with the Flagon Slayers, as you can tell by the patch.
What a dick.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
My specialty.
I would like to help him if I can.
Then that'll be a flat roll. Just roll a d20.
Me helping him is pointing to my patch on my cloak.
Wow. You're like in the movies when like the cops are investigating and then an FBI agent comes up. This is my crime scene now.
We
I'm using a lucky here real fast.
Okay.
Using a second lucky.
Oh.
That was a natural one there. That was
A natural one.
We're going to
All right.
sleep after
So
this.
just flat,
So you could use all
so I
three.
don't even get to add my proficiency bonus or anything?
Oh no. Like you didn't have advantage or disadvantage. You're just rolling 1d20. Go ahead and add all your bonuses and stuff.
25.
25.
Worth it. Worth the luckies.
That's what we like to
Well,
see.
if you're here on orders by Mathis, then you wouldn't mind one of my men accompanying you.
I mean,
Sure.
I don't personally have an issue with it, but Mathis might. He
Jackson,
did send just
and you
two
see
of us.
this young, probably classically handsome, kind of Prince Charming looking guy. You see him run over. Yes, sir. You're gonna go with the two members of the Flagon Slayers, was it?
Yes.
Make sure they don't
Yes, it says-
do anything
it says on the pack.
suspicious. Right away, sir. And you see him come over to you guys. Standard armor of a guard, sword, everything. He got a helmet on, everything.
Okay. All right, then we'll take him with us.
I'll let him go first. The guard.
Okay. I'm supposed to be following you two, but so you guys go ahead.
Well, you just have to be with us. It's all good. I can go first. It's fine. But just thinking you were escorting us up if you guys already
You
had...
guys, am I right?
Yeah, if you already had the area secure, like you guys are the ones to bring us in, right?
Oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense. Yeah, come on through. Watch out. There's a few traps that we found. One of our guys fell into a thing of jelly.
Oh, I hope he's okay.
That's scary.
Yeah, he'll probably walk again.
Oh, he fell in legs first. Classic.
Yeah, you never want to go legs first.
No,
Apparently.
what you want to do is you want to spread out as wide as
In there.
possible, and you slap. And then when you slap, you try to roll immediately before you start getting sucked in.
Okay. Well, if
Slap and roll is what we
ever
call it.
fall on top of a jelly, then I will be sure to remember that, sir. So there's two crime scenes. Do you guys want to see the downstairs or the upstairs?
There's two
Oh,
crimes. Interesting.
I think Animus should take the downstairs, and I'll take the upstairs, and I'll quickly go.
Yeah, I think that's a good
Wait,
idea.
you're not supposed to go.
I'll go downstairs.
And
Don't worry, I'm
he's
going.
gone.
I go downstairs.
If you guys separate, I don't know who to stay with.
Exactly.
We just left him on the stairs.
Okay. So, Zygon. You get upstairs. All the traps have been disarmed. The stairwell that opens into the giant jelly has been marked off. You get up
Thank
there
God.
and you see all of the. So the way that the ivory tower is structured on top is it is like a giant circle, and then it's all glass. The side walls are all glass, and that has all been blown out from the battle. You see a few support beams that are keeping like the roof up.
Okay.
But you see that this is like a living area. There's a fireplace. There is like a few stone. Like most of it is glass, but it's not. Anyway, you see a fireplace. You see a carpet on the floor that the guards are currently rolling up. And you see as they roll it up, it kind of like starts to like kind of almost do like the wave and kind of wiggle a little bit. And then you see it begins to kind of float as they're trying to grab it. And then they eventually roll it up. It seems as though they are completely dismantling this room and taking everything out of it.
Very
Is there any area that they haven't really touched yet?
Make an investigation check.
Damn it. That means the guard went with me.
Hang on.
Start
17.
doing like really uncomfortable shit around them.
17. Okay. There's like a small like a library nook off into the corner near the fireplace that they haven't really gotten close to yet. You see them actively like avoiding it, like in a square. They're kind of like, if they're not wanting to get too close to it.
Mm-hmm. I'd like to, like I'm in a shopping mall, I'd like to, kind of go around, like somebody standing in front of the area I want to be, and then just kind of like make my way over there eventually.
Okay. So a few of the guards give you a look or two, but you point to the eye patch, and they're kind of like, oh, not these guys again. And then they eventually get out of your way. You see one of the younger guys, kind of peach fuzz, looks to be, he's a dwarf, probably around equivalent to a human, around like 18 or 19. His beard has not completely come in yet, but it's kind of patchy. And you see, as you're getting closer to him, he kind of looks at you, and it distracts him just enough, and you see his foot steps over this line, and one of the books in the bookcase immediately comes out, and it starts running at him, and you see he quickly jumps back, and the book just... and you see drool coming out of this book, and the inlaid bookmark, the little ribbon, that is now like a tongue that's kind of going up and down, and you see like the pages are all sharp and look like teeth, and it's just kind of like and then it fades back and slides back into the bookshelf.
I was gonna say, they were distracted, I was gonna do something, but that's alright.
Alright. So that is why they are not going into that area.
Okay. If I carefully look, is there anything that's like less dusty, like a book that's less dusty, something that maybe Leonard's reading?
Make another investigation check. We'll say this one has a higher DC because you're specifically looking for something.
It's 16 again.
16.
Or 16 this.
You see a few of the books. Some of them are like just like stories, or like histories. It seems as though Linares has kind of been studying the history of like ley lines and how they move, and everything to do with that. And then a few books on like celestial alignments and things of that nature. But nothing is really striking you.
Okay.
You do notice, however, that part of one of the spines of one of the books is further out than the rest of the book itself.
I would like to check for traps.
Okay. Go ahead and roll another investigation check.
18.
18. The only trap that you get is the monstrous grimoire that wanted to bite people.
All right. Then I would like to pull that book.
Okay. So you get closer and you see the grimoire starts to move out, and then two eyes appear on the spine and see you, and it just slides itself back in. You touch the spine, and you hear this soft click as you hear it coming from the direction of the fireplace.
Okay. And then I'm not gonna make like a beeline because everybody else is still in the room, but I'd like to kind of go over, like, look at the bed. She said she was sleeping, or the cover's messed up. Was she
Yeah.
actually asleep when they came in?
Yeah, you see two sword slashes on each side of the bed. You also see like this faint powder along the edges of where the sword slash was. It's like this faint greenish powder.
Can I put some of that in? I've got a beaker that was full of random colored liquids that we stole like 2 years ago.
Mhm.
I would like to dump the liquid
Just-
on the floor
just
and then
pour
put
the
some of the
liquid
powder
in.
in.
Oh my god.
Okay, so you just get that out of there. You see it kind of sparks as it hits the ground, but you eventually scrape a little bit of this dust in. You then hear, and you turn to see the mustached sergeant standing there looking at you. If I thought that you would get Jackson off your trail so easily, I would have sent more. What is it you're doing there, Mr. Zygon?
Just investigating. Linares is a dear friend of the guilds. So
I am well aware of her affiliation with your guild master.
Yeah. Have
Mr.
you noticed
Zygon,
this powder over here? I'd like to point it out.
we have sent it to our alchemist for testing.
Okay. Sounds like you guys are doing a great job then. I'll give him a slap on the shoulder.
We've been assuming.
You hear this large like clang as the metal shoulder pad kind of rattles a little bit. Yes, indeed. We're about to wrap up our investigation. But since you are such close friends with the higher ups, I'll allow you an extra 10 minutes. Just don't let anyone know.
Oh, that's most kind of you, and your secret will be safe with me.
He shakes your hand and, all right, everyone, let's move.
What just happened? That seems so passive aggressive the entire time, and then all of a sudden he's like, "Yep, you guys, you can actually just stay here for an extra 10 minutes."
It's the charisma, you know.
That was great.
Zygon,
that was
Zygon
amazing.
is the face of your group.
It was a great
surprisingly.
moment. I did not see it
I
coming.
don't know.
So
He's
all
been
of them
absent
begin.
for a bit, so gotta pull it out.
All of them begin to file out, and as they do, the sergeant turns back to you, and I need you to make a perception check.
Again, no fiend or undead or celestial energy coming off of this guy.
No.
Okay. Another investigation.
No, perception.
Natural
Perception.
20.
Doesn't matter.
Natural
Natural 20.
20.
As he's leaving, you hear in your mind a familiar voice, one drenched in a sort of venom.
Oh no.
You hear Shavira's voice in your head. I'll be sure to make them leave. And you see in his eye a faint glint of green as the rest of them all file out.
Oh no.
Oh, well, that's unnerving.
And we split up.
Well, I'd like to go check out the fireplace since I heard the click.
All right, so you reach under the fireplace and you find this small bundle wrapped in like leather.
I don't want to open it yet. I'll take it down to. Is there anything else in the room that I notice?
No, not really. Everything has been taken out, except for the little nook with the book.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you don't
The
really
book
notice
nook.
anything else. The book nook, yes. So we'll now go to Animus. So Animus, we'll wind back a little bit. We'll say this is happening at the same time as Zygon. Jackson runs behind you. Sir, I think we should probably
Come on,
stick
Jackson.
together.
It's all good. He's got that covered. We'll go downstairs. Show me what you found.
Okay. We have like a living area down here, and you see, this is the area that Anzu came to a few nights, or like a night or two ago at this point. Fireplace, a few cots, because this is where the family was mainly staying. It just seems like a very normal like entryway to a tower, and then there's a kitchen in the back. You see a few guys come out carrying like these large sacks and things of that nature. So we believe this is a smash and grab, and that the intruders were not anticipating Lady Linares being here.
Interesting.
So we haven't really discovered if they were looking for anything, and we also received reports of strange shadow men, but we can't find any evidence of that. So
No,
we think
probably none of
they're
those.
still possibly at large.
Ah, Shadow Men. Jackson, let me tell you something. I put my arm around Jackson. He's probably a little taller
He
than me.
is about
I'm-
2 feet taller
Yeah,
than
so
you.
my arm's up here. Jackson, let me tell you something.
He looks down at you.
Don't listen to them when they're talking to you about Shadow Men. It's just going to get in your head too much. You got to think logically. Also, if it's a smash and grab, why is everything just smashed? How do you know something
Well,
was
they
grabbed?
might have grabbed something.
Was something
There
reported to be grabbed?
are a few things unaccounted for. A few
Interesting.
magical items.
What-
We're trying to contact Lady Linares, but she is currently out of town.
Out of town, interesting.
She said that it was very urgent and that she had to leave.
When
Well,
did
at least that's what the sergeant said. So
Okay, okay. The sergeant said that, and that happened
Yeah.
when you guys got here.
that was yeah. When we first got to the crime scene, a Lady Linares was here and said that she had to leave. The sergeant tried to stop her for questioning, but you know how wizards are sometimes.
Oh, I know how wizards are, all the time.
Is there anything you want me to show you? I can just kind of. I just need to keep an eye on you, because at least if I keep an eye on one of you, I did half my job right.
Jackson, what is it you want to be in this department? My arm's still around him.
Well, I'd like to be the captain of the guard eventually.
Interesting. And that involves having some pretty good skills when it comes to investigating.
I mean, it's mainly paperwork. My grandfather did it.
No, but how do you move your way up? You do something big to take that spot, and then you can do all the paperwork you want when you're there.
I guess you're right.
Come over here with me, Jackson. What do you see here? And I'm like in an area that just has some stuff smashed up. Actually, Jacob, what am I seeing right now?
Let me roll an investigation check for Jackson. Ooh, a natural 20. So he begins looking at it, and you see he kind of gets this look on his face of he's kind of well, the shatter pattern of the clay pots in this area. You're in the kitchen, so it's a lot of like cooking stuff. the shatter pattern suggests that it was a taller intruder because of how the flower is displaced. I would say they were probably around 6'2", 6'3". And judging by some of the slashing marks on these cabinets, they were using some sort of cutlass or perhaps a scimitar.
Interesting. Any
With how the
residue?
curvature of the blade. And he gets closer. Yeah, I think there is. And you see he grabs out like a small vial, and he scrapes some of it off with one of his daggers, and he caps it.
As he's doing that, I'm doing it at the same time, just like on the side of him.
Okay. We found some of this in other places. We have alchemists looking into what compound it is.
Interesting.
But I don't know. It's not common for swords to leave residue. If they are, they're usually rusting. But we haven't found any signs of rust.
Unless, Jackson, why would someone cover a sword for a smash and grab?
Unless they did think Linares was going
here.
to be here.
Exactly.
But
Jackson.
how would they know that? She'd been out of town. We had even received reports of a small gnome breaking and entering into the Ivory Tower a few days ago.
Oh, don't worry about that one. That was just her husband. Unless that could have set it off. They knew he was back in town, and they followed him. Think about that, Jackson.
I don't know.
What are they telling you, and what aren't they
Animus,
telling
I need you to make an investigation check.
you? Okay. Use guidance. Because I'm shit at these. That's fine. 16.
16. As you are kind of looking around, kind of quizzing Jackson, you see sets of footprints that have kind of been left in the flower, and you notice 3 specific sets, not 2.
Okay. Jackson has... Hey, come over here with me. What do you see here? It's way better that he rolled a natural 20, because he's kind of just doing all the work for me at this point.
Footprints. But if they were shadow beings, would they leave footprints?
And can a shadow hold a sword?
We could have contaminated the crime scene. Hang on. Everyone, I need you all to show me the soles of your shoes. You see them all lift up. There's flour all over all of their shoes. That's probably not good.
Jackson, it seems like somebody smart like you should have been in charge of this crime scene.
Oh, well, the sergeant has a lot on his plate. The class was doing some stuff downtown.
Hold on, Jackson. Look here, Jackson.
Okay.
Let me ask you something. Look at your shoes. Now look at everyone else's shoes.
Mm-hmm.
You guys all wear the same uniforms, same shoes. Are there any footprints here?
Standard issue.
Are there any footprints here that do not match your footprints?
Let me roll another investigation. He begins looking. You see him kind of study the sole of his shoe. Well, most of them are the same. I don't really see any differences.
Do I?
Probably because we contaminated the crime scene.
That would be it. Most likely, yes. We may have to not look at the footprints. Do I see any differences? Or are they all the same?
They all look the same, yeah.
Okay. All right, Jackson. You're doing a good job here. Let's keep a little look here, right?
As you guys are looking around, you hear, "All right, everyone out," as people begin to come downstairs.
Just taking my last notes right now with Jackson here. Don't worry, he's keeping a good eye on me.
Well, he is one of our best and brightest.
That's good to hear. I'm seeing all of the brightest actions from here right now.
But Jackson, you are going to be reprimanded because Mr. Zygon was allowed to go upstairs without supervision.
That is unfortunate, Jackson. I'm so sorry for you, buddy. But let's keep looking around real quick. Is there any other
I'm
areas?
just gonna yell downstairs. You'll come next time.
What are you looking for?
I'm actually gonna, while I'm walking around with him, cast detect magic just while we're walking to see if there's anything going on.
I mean, there's a faint magical signature through this whole building. A lot of sorcerers and wizards have stayed here over the centuries. That
I'm
it's
looking
been
for
here.
strong, like something that's there and not.
Not a lot. You're not really seeing anything.
Okay.
Does he sense me?
No, he does not sense you. Are you there?
In spirit.
I could be.
Spirit.
You technically could be if you wish to be.
He lined up his stuffed animals, Jacob.
Wait, can I be?
You
I'll orb in.
okay?
Just for fun.
So as Animus, as you're kind of checking to see if there's any magic, you feel your. Oh wait, no, Zygon.
I don't have one.
Yeah, you see a flash in the stairwell, and Zygon Anzu is standing next to you. The rest of the guard have all filed out, including Jackson, and now it's just the three of you in here.
Oh, Jackson.
Hello,
Oh, just in
everyone.
time, Anzu.
Yeah,
I was.
Jackson's a member of the guard. He had to leave.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna look at Jackson. Look at
Just-
Jackson, right here, in my eyes. You're gonna do good things, Jackson. You're gonna do good things.
Slap him in the face.
Yeah, that's what I was doing on cable.
Thank you, sir. You see, he leaves. All right, it's just the three of you.
All right, Anzu, just in time. I got what I needed, except I need you to go out. There's this book upstairs in the book nook. I need you to go get it for me. You'll know the one.
Why do I have to get it? You're the one with the
Because you
legs.
just got here. We've been doing all the work.
It says Linares' diary. We didn't want to intrude.
Wait, does it seriously say Linares' diary?
Yes, I was up there. I
Oh, it
was.
says some stuff.
Oh, okay. I'll go get it. Yeah, I'll be back really quick.
All right, Anzu, you go up the stairs, avoiding all the traps. You eventually get to the book nook, and you do not see a book with Linares' diary on the front or the side or anything. As you get close, you see two eyes appear on the spine of one of the books as it lunges at you, and right as it
Old
gets in
person.
front of you, that does not work on this. It's not a person. So as it gets close to you, it goes, and then it just licks your face, and begins to kind of lick your face.
That was unexpected.
You have
You're
book
gonna come
saliva
with
all
me,
over.
little friend.
I'm
I'm gonna give him some pet.
Anzu, you recognize this. Linares had a few different spell books, and one of them she enchanted to have a familiar inside
Oh my
it.
god, this is kind of Linares' diary.
It's kind of Linares' diary.
That's insane.
But this is one of Linares' first spell books. His name is Grim. Get it? Because he's a grimoire. But yeah, he has been with you through thick and thin. You had actually lost him. You had no idea where he was. So it appears that Linares has re-found him, or perhaps even re-summoned him, since he is a familiar.
Can
So
I, just walk away with him?
yeah, he just follows you.
Okay, cool.
Just kind of a floating.
Who's your good little Grimmy?
And
Can I look in some of the spells? Anything cool in there?
no, it's mainly low level stuff. Nothing that really impresses you. You see like a few like early formulations for Linares' avatar, but nothing complete.
I'll add on
she
to
had
it.
this spell book probably like 200 plus years ago. And
I might make this my third spell book.
as Anzu reunites with Grim, we will take tonight's short break. Welcome back. So Anzu, Zygon, and Animus are in the Ivory Tower in the Cloudtop district of Iman. The guards have left, and it's just the three of you.
All right. Did you find anything?
Well,
Animus?
Oh, I'm still looking around, Jacob. I want to do a real check now that Jackson's gone.
Okay, make an investigation check.
And as I'm doing that, no, not exactly. I was kind of trying to have Jackson explain exactly everything they had found. Apparently.
No.
And I'm like walking around while I'm saying this. Oh, it's so good. 23.
Actually, I was curious, Animus. How did you know that Daenerys' book was in that? And then I'll bring out Grim.
You see this?
Oh,
Animus, how did you
I
know?
honestly didn't know. I was trying to remember what we were doing. I was following Zygon. I thought he was playing a prank on you. He said
It was supposed to be a break.
I actually had no idea that there was an actual diary up there, if that's what it was. I was
A ferocious little
little
finger got
bastard.
there.
Grim. Animus. Sick him.
And he runs at you. Well, it's a book. So it just dashes after you.
I want to see if he goes after flowers. Just start growing little flowers as he runs.
And he bites down on your hand.
He can jump that high?
He can fly.
Oh,
What?
that's unfortunate.
You take 2 points of piercing damage, and you have a ton of paper cuts on your hand.
It's like that moment when Olaf gets impaled and Frozen's like, oh, it seems I've been impaled.
Been impaled. Yeah.
I'm just like, well, that fucking hurts. Anzu, get this thing off me, please. I will fireball, or I will produce a flame inside this book.
Come back here, Grim. You're such a good
How much should
boy.
I take, Jacob?
He's not very privy to birds.
As I was saying, I rolled a 23, and then also, Jackson apparently was telling me that they said this was a smash and grab, meaning they came in, smashed some stuff up, and decided to steal some things. He said that apparently a few magical items were missing, and that apparently also, Anzu, this is going to be a little bit of a weird one, which is making me real sus, Daenerys came back to the Ivory Tower, told the guard, "Oh, I'm leaving," and then just didn't say anything else to him. Just left. Now I know she's going to Cobalt Conservatory to check some stuff out, but it just seemed a little weird for her to not
Well, why don't I could ask Grim, boy, was the Daenerys here? And was it the real Daenerys?
That could help.
Oh, well, there you go. Grim knows the Daenerys better than anyone.
Yes. One thing is a little bit weird, though. I mean, Jackson, what a astute little boy that he is. He'll grow
He's
up.
like
He's
20
going
years
places.
Yeah, he's a little boy. 20 years old is very young for D&D times. When everyone else is titans in age compared to him at hundreds of years old.
Yeah, but a lot of people die in their 30s from disease and
Yeah, that's
famine
true.
and dragon and.
Well, yeah. So apparently, the same some swords were used down here, and
Sure, Animus, you're practically a baby to me.
I know I'm also just a little boy apparently compared to everyone.
Would Animus be a squab or a chick?
Technically, neither, because my race does not go past the age of 70, anyways. So
Well, yeah, but a squab is a baby.
I'll be a squab then.
What do you mean past the age of 70? Like, you all just die at 70?
No,
Roughly.
the 70 is kind of the average age. I could live. I mean,
You just
I'll
say
live.
that was a good run, and you just keel over.
Yeah, pretty much. I'll
Right.
live much
Watch on
longer.
a clock.
Unless I get killed or something, I will live a lot longer than that age. But most of my
Because of
people-
druid stuff.
Yeah, because of druid stuff and the Ashari. So there was some sort of residue on the swords, like this powdered residue that they apparently found and sent in. I got a little
You
vial.
mean this powder? And I'd like to dramatically pull out a vial.
Oh, You using your thieves' gloves do a flourish much like a magician, and it appears.
It's very
in front of you.
interesting that you have that because I have this powder, and then I pull out
Make
my.
a sleight of hand check for me, Animus.
Oh shit. Oh yeah. Oh. How high is my sleight of hand? Oh, that's gonna be a 12.
12. So you kind of fumble it and you kind of bobble it a little bit, and then you eventually catch it.
This powder. It's my claw, my little.
I'd like to lift up my eye patch, wipe a tear. So proud of you.
Anyways, Jacob, what do I
All right,
find in
you're
this room?
26.
23.
So as you begin 23, you begin looking around. Everything you've seen before, it's kind of the same. You notice you notice like a few toys that are kind of lying around, scattered, probably belonging to the twins. You also see what looks like a piece of sheet music. But it's like crumpled up, and you can see like it's got like notes on it, and like the key has changed 4 different times, and like the arrangement has changed a bunch, and it's like it's very much a work in progress.
Targaris does like working on music. Is there anything like important, or is this room kind of just where they first started and smashed some shit up?
No, it doesn't look like there's anything particularly interesting.
Yeah. It's...
Oh, also there's writing on the sheet music, but it's in Elven. I don't know if you know Elven.
I'll pick it up.
Okay.
I'm assuming this.
Zygon knows everything.
I'm assuming this is Targaris's. Looks like he was writing a new piece of music of some sort. Can't read it though. Here goes Zygon. Toss it over.
I would like to read it.
In
a very much a Targaryen charismatic impression.
So you kind of like put it up against a door frame and do like what you do with like dollar bills that won't go through vending machines. You kind of straighten it out. It says there's like a bunch of notes where it's like tempo's too slow, increase. What would this sound like with lute, flute? Like it's different sound ideas, and then you see the title is Child of Starlight.
Oh. Child of Starlight, you say?
Wonder who that could be about.
Well, there's only 2 people who come to mind. Wasn't Meryl? There was like something that happened with her a while back with the Moonweaver and stuff. The other one would be that girl in Singhorn that we tried to help before Sirius got locked in a sex dungeon, and
a torture sex dungeon. Get it right,
a torture
or don't say it at all.
And then the rest of the 5 showed up and tried to murk us.
Right, murking.
Yes, that girl though, she was like also touched by the Moonweaver or something like that. I'm not quite sure.
Maybe we should give it to Thea. Maybe she'd appreciate it.
Yeah, she might be able to look through it. Or we could look at let Turk read it too, see like what it sounds like if he plays it. But yeah, nothing down here. Looks like this is where they started. Also, once again, these guards just walked all over the place. There's footprints of flour everywhere. It was on the bottoms of all of their boots. I couldn't see anything. I was just like, oh, how are you guys employed?
I'd like to see if did the footprints match my footprints? Like, are they wearing the same boots as me?
They are not.
Okay, thank God.
You can clearly tell you've got these nice like almost pirate aesthetic boots with like the big square heel and the pointed toe. Right. These guys are wearing like combat boots essentially.
Okay. Cool.
Well, what did you find upstairs?
Oh, nothing. Just this mysterious bundle in the fireplace. I'd like to hold it out.
Ooh. You do it again with a magician's flourish. I'd like to think that when all this is over, Zygon becomes like a traveling like sideshow magician.
The That'd be insane.
Just really selling it.
Yeah. With the eye patch and everything.
Interesting.
Oh, yeah. It'd be a good look.
Did anything else?
But I would like to. I'd like to open it.
All right. So as you open it up, you see these very small.
It's like flashing.
No, you see like these like super tiny, no bigger than a thimble, vials of liquid, and there's 3 of them, and you see they shift in colors, going from like a deep crimson to like this light kind of airy blue, and then a very like a shock of green, and then neon orange, and then kind of this like pastel pink, and then it eventually is all of those colors at once, but none of them. It's always shifting.
Have either of you ever seen anything quite like this?
Actually, I think so. Have I seen something like this? I think I have vials that do a very similar thing. Or some sort of. I have a lot of different stuff.
Anzu and Animus both make Arcana checks for me.
Adding guidance. Wow, I need to get rid of this dice.
32.
Okay.
14.
Okay. You have not seen these before. Anzu, the magic that is coming off of these is every school of magic at once. It shifts. It goes from evocation to abjuration to necromancy and so on and so forth. But it is not like it's phasing in and out, seemingly being all of them and none of them all at once, similar to the color. You do not know what these are, though. You have not seen these before. Whatever they are extremely rare.
What is it? Is it like a...
They're like thimble-sized vials of liquid that are shifting color.
How many is it? I'm gonna take it.
Okay.
I'm gonna take it, and it's mine.
Yeah, I mean it is okay.
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 So as
And
you... Are you taking all 3 of them or just one?
Maybe it's what they were after. Maybe we should each take one and separate.
What if I just cast Inspect on it?
Yeah, I mean that would work. Or identify.
Identify, yeah.
Yeah.
Still doing that after 3 years.
Hey, it's fine. They're basically the same word. These are called potions of possibility.
Oh.
So as you touch one, the color finally solidifies to this like gray sort of silver color, and you see as it kind of sloshes around, as the liquid gets closer to the top, it turns into a smoke, and then circles back around and turns back into a liquid, and kind of does this circular motion.
What is that? What does it do?
So, when you drink one of these, you get 2 fragments of possibility. They're like these little tiny beads, these little gray beads that follow you around. They're always within 1 foot of you, and each fragment lasts for about 8 hours or until you use them. When you make an attack roll, an ability check, or a saving throw, you can expend one of these beads to roll an additional d20, and then you get to choose whether you want to use the first one or the second one for the roll. Then, when an attack roll is made against you, you can use one of them to make them reroll, and then you choose which one they use. And if they have advantage or disadvantage on the roll, the additional the extra die does not apply.
I'm gonna let the other two. So when I touched it, it turned a silver color. Does that
Yeah,
affect
it happens
what
to
it does?
all. No, 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 no. So, Anzu, this is a form of magic that is super, super rare, called Dunamancy. Um, it it's been mildly studied. Some people believe that it has something to do with psionics. Some people believe that it's the intersection of arcana and divine magic. Um, but it is very rare, very, very volatile, and in the wrong hands could cause major issues.
I'm gonna tell the other two the danger of what this is,
All right, you guys
Interesting.
and
know
I'm
the
gonna
dangers.
take one
You're
for
just gonna
me.
have it.
I will
Okay.
take one as well.
I'll take
All
one
right.
as well.
Okay.
I'll leave one out for Animus if he wants it.
You each have a potion of possibility.
Oh, yes.
Birdie is going crazy on them hands. Ooh, she has smelly breath.
So, like, what can they do?
No,
So, any attack, saving, or ability roll you make on a d20, you roll the d20. If you don't like it, you can use one of the charges of the potion, and you will roll an additional d20, and then you can pick which one you want to choose.
It only has one charge?
They have 2 charges for each potion. And it lasts 8 hours. Also, you can use it if someone attacks you. You can use one of the charges to make them roll a new dice, and they pick.
Oh, that's
you-
kind of huge.
You pick one of their dice for them to roll. So, like, if say I rolled a natural,
We still get to pick.
yeah, say I roll a natural 20. I say I rolled a natural 20. You say I want to use one of my charges, and then they roll like a 4. Then you decide: do you want them to roll? Do they want them to use the natural 20 or the 4?
Interesting.
It essentially gives them disadvantage, while giving you guys advantage. But it also stacks with disadvantage or advantage. So, like, if you're doing a roll and you have advantage and you roll bad on both, you get to roll a third dice. The charges do not get disadvantage or advantage.
Okay.
Okay. That's cool.
Nice.
Anzu, through your arcane knowledge, you know that these probably are, like, on the level of, like, a vestige. They are that, like, potent. They haven't been seen in hundreds of years.
Interesting that Linares had these and didn't tell you.
Do we think this is what they were after? Do you think they knew about this, or were they just after Linares?
No, I mean, I look around some more. I guess. Can I do an investigation?
Yeah, go ahead, Anzu. Investigate. Are you looking for anything specific?
Magical artifacts, and yeah, we'll just start with that for now.
Okay, roll an investigation check.
21.
21. You begin looking around. The Ivory Tower is the seat of the Master of the Arcane for Amon, for the Amon Council. And as such, has some magical artifacts, but most of them seem to be gone or inert. As you kind of look around and see the damage and things of that nature, it doesn't appear, especially since Grim is here, it doesn't appear that the intruders got far enough to find these. That they may have been looking for them, but Linares killed them before they could do anything.
Animus, I mean, if I'm being perfectly honest, us wizards like to hold things like this. We did raise a dragon together. I'm sure if we went to the college now, there would be a bunch of stuff in the vault that we could take. Not saying that for sure.
True.
You know, that's where we got, Lochnar his flame sword
Yeah.
and Ron his thorn sword. Now they're both gone.
Well, they're technically just traveling, but they're still part of the guild. But yeah, they're just gone.
Fucking fast. I say we go back and find you guys more weapons.
I think that's a good idea, actually. Not gonna lie. Maybe go back and see if we're on a different.
Dig through the piles of gold that is my bank.
If you still have that obsidian steed in there somewhere, that was a pretty useful one.
Yeah.
Well, Zargan, is that all you found up there? And they pretty much just took everything else because they were taking everything from down here, right?
Yeah, most of this stuff was destroyed though, so it was more kind of cleanup than it was gathering.
Ah. Well, I mean, if that book and you and Thea all say that it's really her, and we might as well just go check on what this powder is and cross-check it and see what it is that's on their swords. It could very much be residue from the original, original compound that created them as shadow creatures before they dissipate. So
why don't we just sniff it?
I'll give it a little one of these, Jacob, but like one of these, not like a
a scientific waft.
Yes, a scientific.
No, not a waft. I'll take some and I'll put it on my finger and I'll snort it.
Oh, no!
So Anzu, you get a little numb, and you feel a slight trickle of blood go down your face.
Dies.
It is odorless, Animus.
Okay.
Anzu, you suffer 17 points of necrotic damage.
How'd that feel?
Oh.
Anzu, you have a bad history with doing drugs. I think we need to keep you off this stuff.
Turns out it's not a drug. It's have you ever sniffed the ashes of your family?
I can't say I have because I don't know.
It's
I've heard of a bard that did that once.
yeah. That's kind of what it feels like. I wouldn't do it.
Animus, make a nature check for me.
Why am I still rolling that dice? Hold on, mathing.
Doing the math.
15.
Okay. You know of many poisons that are made from different plants, mushrooms, mosses, things of that nature. This is odorless.
Green.
It doesn't. It's a faint green. And it could be any number of poisons.
Well, Anzu, it seems like it's some sort of poison. It could be any number of poisons, though, unfortunately. So we're gonna have to.
Most drugs are. Have you ever heard of Quaaludes? I love them little fuckers.
Can't say I have. I'll have to do a little bit more testing. Probably get Thea involved whenever we get back to the guild hall, and we can kind of run it through some of our knowledge of plants and stuff. So, but I mean, there's.
No, I completely agree. We should go to Thea now before I die.
Well, I doubt.
Die.
I doubt you'll die. It was a smaller.
I would
amount.
not suggest snorting the rest of it. As the DM overseeing you, I would say probably don't snort the rest of it.
You definitely inhaled a smaller amount. The amount that was on their swords looks to have been if someone took a couple swipes with a sword, it could have killed them.
No.
So
That could only happen. Like, imagine what would happen if I just snorted the rest of it.
You're right. Well, it's a good thing it's in my hand and now in my pocket, so you can't get it. Actually, I'm putting it into the bag of mini The bag of holding.
The bag of holding.
The
The
bag-
bag of
It would
things.
seem.
I almost said the
It would
bag of
seem
mini
as if
holdings.
you're the only person now that could snort all of it at once if you wanted to.
There's more residue on the wall over there, to be fair.
So it is now around, I would say 3 in the morning.
I mean,
So if you guys want to get a long rest, it will be 11 in the morning when you wake up.
I already did half of it, though, Jacob.
That's not how this
I
works.
did half of it, Jacob.
That's technically a short rest.
Well, fuck. I didn't get anything back for my short rest. I should have done
Hey,
it.
that's good enough. That's good enough. You get 2 spell slots back. You're good.
All right, well, let's head...
As you guys do a little, like, one more pass through, there's nothing else really here that seems to be of any value. As you guys leave, the sergeant along.
Oh wait, before we go.
Yes.
Oh, never mind. I'll tell him back when we get back.
Okay. As you guys leave, the sergeant is standing out there. Well, gentlemen, I hope you found everything that you need. We have our top alchemists looking at that powder. Initial reports are do not ingest it.
Don't worry,
we're sort of poison.
We're way ahead of you. We're
professionals.
We've already actually inhaled some of it to test the matter. Don't do that though. We are professionals who do this kind of thing all the time. It is a poison.
It's true.
We can cross.
The only way to test the hypothesis was to sniff it, and it is indeed poison. I can reassure you that.
This gnome right here knows exactly what he's talking about. He's a top professor at one of the top establishments in the nation.
Oh, he works at Alabaster.
You fucking bastard! I'll fucking kill you, you alabaster bastard! You fucking piece of shit!
It's okay.
Who do you think you are?
So the poison actually has.
It's poison.
The poison has some extra side effects. Come on, Anzu.
I'm sorry, Mr. Zook.
It's just
May
the
you
poison.
burn in the 9
No,
hells, you piece of shit.
No, it's just the poison, sir. It's okay.
Why don't you give him the poison,
As the 3 of you leave, dragging Anzu along, we will fast track you back to the guild hall. Thea. So you're through about 4 hours of reading your book. Reading the book.
She's got a giant smudge on her lap.
Big smooge, little smooge. Oh my gosh, Birdie. Birdie's so good, baby. Oh, she
Just
didn't
gets
like the
all the way up.
She's like, and I'm done.
So large.
You begin to hear something.
Is
Sounds
it that?
like a very sounds like a very faint whisper.
Birdie, shut up.
It's not that. It's not. That's not a faint whisper.
You hear, Thea. And it jabs you in the ribs. No,
Birdie, she's made her way into the fantasy world.
Birdie's in the Birdie has so much power that she has made her way into D&D.
She's invaded my mind theater.
She's in your mind palace. It gets louder. Thea! And you feel a hand grab your shoulder, and as it turns you around, your vision completely goes, and you are in the middle of Western. You see fire explosions. You see a bunch of these shadow creatures that are kind of overrunning the city.
Not again.
And standing in front of you,
Zygon. He's burning another city down.
Is Zygon burning this? No. That would work now, though. You see a woman with like shorter red hair, around your height, and you see she has a sword and a shield, and she's kind of fighting these shadow creatures. And then she turns, and you see what looks like a younger version of your mother, and she says, "Don't come here." And then you get flung back into yourself, and that will be where we end tonight's session.
What a place to end.
Come on.
What the fuck, Jacob?
That's what we love to see. Brady, make a note that you need to tell us what you were going to tell us, but then you were like, I'll wait till we get to the guild hall.
That'll be
I
4 months
already
from now. All right, everybody. Thank
Typical
you
Zygon
so
fashion.
much for watching. Sorry it's been so long, you know how things get with life and stuff, but we're gonna hopefully have a more consistent schedule for the next few weeks. Thank you so much for watching. We hope to see you next time, and have a good week.